We had quite a bit of mamma jamma going, but as you can tell, it's all right. But I haven't been mining since the cargo updates come out. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Starmada. I am digimazter, and I shall be your space dragon on today's space adventure. Last episode, we were building our storage building, and I was having some difficulties coming up with what I wanted to look like, and well, I changed it completely again. We'll get to this stuff here in a second. But I changed it completely since the last time you've seen it. And I have 3 of them. All of them are complete. They have doors. The floors in these ones aren't done yet. In this one and this one. So they're not completely complete, but the building's complete. They do have a storage thing in them. So if I go over to this guy and see, boom, you'll see they have a lot of stuff in them. Just nothing actually in them. And we got a door that goes back down. I really like the design I came up with. We'll go into this one. This one's actually being used. It's got some storage on it. We got a rail system right here. That's all it is. Pretty simple. Door goes up and down. It's made out of stone, like bits of this wall is. It's not quite as rustic as I had originally intended, but I do like it. It's a good mixture, and it gives me kind of like a medieval feel with the way the ceiling is and whatnot, with the buttresses and whatever. So I like it. I like it quite a bit, and I put light up there so that these things are lit up. So yeah, I like that. And over here, we have the start. I'm going to get out of gravity to show this. I have, because there's holes. I don't want to fall down there by accident. This is the start of our factory. So I got like a big bay door back here planned, which should be able to just be like beat, and then this part will be like beat, so it'll open 2 different pieces. This one will just slide or go up, one of the two, probably go up. I have a plan for this. This is going to be a little like factory. We're going to have like a little scooter that we're going to use to get around, and this is going to be one of the many docking places for it. So we need to use the factories. We're like, and we'll come into here and we'll park, and then that'll be our little parking area. These are our basic factories, our standard factories, and our advanced factories. These produce 10 each time I click the button. This produces 100. This produces 1,000 on each one. So if you look in here, I have this set up to produce dark gray hull at this current time. Let's change that to just gray hull, because I could use some gray. Oh, keyboard didn't want to move. Hold on one sec. Little clippy support went down. There we go. Gray hull. Boom. Let me view the recipe. Just takes 1 of each. And instead of clicking activate, you see how it's not active right now. I'm just going to click this button. We're going to sit here and wait. It takes a few seconds to activate because there's like a little bit of a delay on there. But look, it turns on. It's going to produce 5. And it's going to produce 5 again. And then boom. And it's going to deactivate itself. So we have 10 gray hull. Let's go to cargo here. Oops. And then this one will do that for 100 of them. And boop, boop. Click. And while that's doing things, we'll change this production as well. Boop. Click OK. And we'll activate that. And if we look in here, we have 100 gray hull. And this thing isn't active yet, but it'll be here in a second. And there we go. 500. Epic 500, and it turns off. Sweet deal. These are all hooked up that way, so if we want to do that for standard or advanced thingies, we can. And how I got this hooked up, I'll just show you it, but if you want to know the exact details, I got this off of Aylad's video. He did a somewhat of a tutorial of it. A pretty halfway decent one, if I do say so. So you can follow his way of doing it. He does not use, in his tutorial, he does not use factory enhancers. So if you want to create 1,000 of them, you'll have to create one at a time. But basically, essentially, these are hopper clocks and whatnot. He'll explain it, though. It works pretty good. These are what the timer is, which stops it from going and deactivates things and whatnot. But each one of these, the bottom one here is for the 1,000. That's this setup right of 6 blocks right here, and also for these 499 enhancers. So that way, each run you got to add +1 to the factory. It will produce 500. So in 2 runs, it will produce 1,000, and then we have 499 and 4. They're all stacked up on top of each other. Works out pretty good. As you can see, the building comes down into our lower area, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead and build it up here in a little while. Make it look like it is a building instead of just this open weird thing. I got one wall semi-fabbed in. And we got all these extra fabricators down here from our old setup over there, which we need to get rid of. Lots of fabricators, or not fabricators, whatever those things are called, enhancers. So what are we going to do today? I think I'm going to go ahead and take a break real quick and get some things set up. I think we're going to set up a factory here that makes a gray hull, and then a factory that makes dark gray, factory that makes black, and so on. And well, that might be all we get done today, but I kind of want factories to make the different types of hull here. And when I say gray, dark gray, and black, I want all the armor, standard armor, advanced armor, all of that. So we're gonna go ahead and get a setup that will make those, and yeah, we'll do that, and I'll be right back when I get a little bit more set up. Alright, we're back here. I got this thing just set up here. None of it's actually hooked together, none of it's working. I think we're just gonna set these up real quick for a couple of them, and just like get them placed out and get them set to the appropriate things, and then we'll go through and actually make them work. How I'm going to do this, unlike these guys that have all this fancy stuff behind them that limit how many they can make and whatnot, these things I'm going to let just free roam. I think that's what I'm going to do. When I do so, they have a limit in themselves, and they will fill up and they will stock that limit. So once I have this thing completely full of advanced armor, it will no longer pull anymore, and then the standard armor will fill up, and then the basic armor will fill up. See how that's going to work? So that's how we're going to do that. And these are just for the main blocks. Maybe eventually we'll get something set up to make all the wedges and everything as well automatically. Right now, we're just going for the main blocks. But I will separate them enough to where I can have, you know, because it just takes a basic, I think that's how you make, yeah, it'll take like an advanced factory. Let's change this real quick. Gray spell. See, if I want to make advanced armor, we know how to do that. It's already set up in there. But if I want to make let's say a corner, I do believe it's just going to be everything like before to get the advanced armor, then one advanced armor to make this. So that'll be simple. So let's change this back to normal advanced armor. So basically, we'll have 4 hidden probably, or no, we'll make them visible. We'll probably have 4 advanced, 4 basic, and 4 standard, all making the appropriate extra little bits as well. These will be, if I need them, I'll come in here and grab them, and then it'll start over again, versus having them in a big storage unit. Mainly that way I can limit them to a degree. I think that's going to be a good way to do it right now with the new cargo setup, the way I can limit them. Once we're not so limited by resources or anything like that, because we don't have a whole lot. I thought we did. Thought we had quite a bit of mamma jamma going, but as you can tell, it's alright. But I haven't been mining since the cargo updates come out. So, yeah. We got a little limited, so I'll make sure I have room. Should have put this guy one more out. So I will leave this spot here so I can move all this over one. And then 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, we need 4 spots, so I'll leave 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the next one here. And this is where we're gonna put dark gray hull. I didn't want it advanced, I wanted a basic. Let's get these in some sort of semblance, shall we? Boom. There we go. And then we're definitely going to want a standard, and then we're going to want an advanced. So, how do we make... Let's deactivate him. Oh, never mind. Dark. Oops. Dark gray hull. How do we make that? Simple. Just one of these, just like gray hull. So he's done. And then we're going to type in dark. Okay, dark. Our standard armor. How do we make this? Alright, we need the dark gray hull, and then we need a standard hardener. Standard hardener. So this is going to be the exact same as this guy. So we need standard factory. Right here. Change this. Hard. Standard hardener. And a standard hardener is made of alloy metal mesh and this stuff. We have like 70k of that stuff, so that's not that bad. So that means we're also going to need... Did I deactivate these guys? I don't know why I like having them to be activated. Alright, change this one to dark. Gray advanced armor. Show a recipe. That just needs the standard armor plus this hardener, advanced hardener. The advanced hardener takes ingots along with the alloy metal mesh. So it's a little bit different. This one will take the capsules directly to make the standard. This one takes the capsules into making the ingots into making the hardener. So we need an advanced one right here. Deactivate him. Hard. That gives us our advanced hardener. And then to make the ingots, we will do that with a basic. So basically how these will work is we'll pull alloy metal mesh and crystal composite into here, make gray hull. Then it'll get pulled up into this guy. This guy here will pull in the capsule plus crystal metal mesh and make the hardener, which the hardener will get pulled in here, which then will combine together and make gray standard armor. Standard armor will get put up in here. This guy will pull the capsules to make the ingots, put the ingots in here. This guy will pull the metal mesh and plus the ingots, combine them to make the advanced hardener, which will come in here and combine for advanced armor, which once we have these full, or once I have enough stuff, we can then spout out to make all the wedges, hextas, septas, and blah 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 blahs. Doesn't look like I'm gonna have much room in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another basic. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, another basic. 2, 3, 4. And that'll be it basically for different armors. So I'm going to put black, and this will just be for the ones we want. Eventually we can have multiple factories, obviously. So I'm just thinking about what we're going to set up now. So let's do black. And these ones are actually some of the harder ones to get. The higher tiers. It's kind of crazy. So let's do black, because we know we want black, because I do a lot of black stuff. So black. Might want to spell it right. Black Hall. View production. So that's going to take Gray Hall. So we're going to have it pull Gray Hall. And then tech it into black paint into Black Hall. Alright. And I might have this all go to like a smaller cargo. So I can pull it together so that I can actually have the Gray Hall be pulled out and put into here. So we need another standard factory, that's sure, because we need to make black paint. Black paint. Alright, and that will be it for this one. And then we need a standard, and we're going to need an advanced up here anyway. So deactivate this guy. Deactivate this guy. So let's change this to black. Standard armor. And how is that made? That is standard hardener. Okay, so it's the same situation. Come back here, put a standard. Change that. Too hard. You know, I think I have an easier way of doing this, but I'm going to set it up like this real quick. And then go into here. Ooh, what am I doing? Different type of armors there. Black advanced. Check this. It takes the same thing. Man, we need a lot of this stuff. So, how about we just do this? Let's get rid of this. This. Yeah, this makes standard. And this. So since we have... This one takes another color. So basically, we need... And since this is all going to be empty space here, since we are not going to be able to put another one, we are going to put a standard factory here. Yeah, let's put it here. This will deactivate, and this will be the standard hardener. Actually, let's do it like this. Basic factory. Sorry, I'm doing this off the top of my head. This will make our ingots, because all of them need these ingots. And then this standard factory will make our standard hardener. And then we'll have this advanced factory here. Make our advanced hardener. There, so now they're not all, we don't waste all those other ones by pulling them in there. We can have these ones linked to all these guys. So all these guys can pull from here to get the same job done. And this one should go back here. Basic, deactivate, change name, paint. That way it's out of the way for when we make the extra bits. And we'll label all these and whatnot and make it look all good. So what do we want for this last one? We've got dark gray, black, all the neutral colors. Let's take a look here. Let's type in Hall. Not Hulk, Hall. We got black already. There's some blue, brown, dark gray, green, orange, pink, purple, red, teal. That's a new one. White, yellow. I think I'm gonna start with purple because purple is kind of my color. Black and purple are kind of my color schemes, so we kind of want some purple going on. So why not? So we got purple going. And that's going to take this capsule. So let's go ahead and go back here. Place another basic factory. Paint. And we want purple paint. There we go. That will feed into there. And then we're going to want a standard factory. Deactivate. Purple standard armor. And it takes the same hardener. I swear these were different before. Maybe they changed it? I don't know. Maybe I just never made advanced armor before. Hey! Burp. Advanced purple armor. View production. And take the advanced stuff. Perfect. Okay, all good. So we got all that basically set up to make all of these things. So these will constantly produce those. So how about we get these ones actually set up? So this one is supposed to just pull in these capsules. So let's go ahead and grab this. Open up our fancy door. Link it to that so we can pull from him. Activate him. See if he works. Boom. Makes one. Cool. Why don't we just get you to make some. And then we're going to do the same thing for this guy. Link him. And we're going to fly back over here. We're going to link this guy. Got to get this basic stuff set up so we can make massive ships like this with cooler armor and more defenses. Wait, the funny part is this whole factory here, I'm going to have to make it bigger, obviously, because this is just going to be one room. Like this whole platelet right over here could be a factory. We might even come up with some, because this empty part right here, we might come up with some center console ones that make things. Because so far, this whole factory is like for generic stuff, whatever we want. It's pretty quick and easy to make 1,000 things. So we don't need like 1,000 rails or anything like that. We just need them for when we need them. And then for things that we want a lot of, like armor and whatnot, we're going to have this kind of stuff set up. So let's deactivate this guy. This guy's making some of this. So this guy is going to need just those capsules and some metal mesh. So we'll activate him. And, oops. And this guy's going to need the ingots plus metal mesh. So I think we already connected him through the wall. Yep. But we also need to connect him to this guy right there. So let's go ahead and activate. And he made an advanced armor or hardener. And he's making some standard hardener. This guy's making those things. So as you can see, it'll take quite a bit to fill these inventories. So we'll have quite a bit of this stuff on hand. And I think that's all we're going to set up for now. Besides, let's go ahead and set up all the standard hulls. Just the basic of basics. So let's go ahead and grab this guy. And go there. So he can make gray hull. Grab this guy. Do that. He can make dark gray hull. Grab this guy. He can make black hull, but only once he's hooked to this. This guy needs to be hooked up here. Same with this. This guy will need to be hooked up to him and in here. And then we'll need to hook this guy up to there. So if I go through here and activate production on all these guys, and these guys will also need to have that active. And there are some black like paint. Oh, they're not in there, so it's in this stuff here. Black paint. I have a bunch. So I'm going to go ahead and just drop in a bunch of black paint. It's already have 80-some odd thousand. It's already 80% full, so he won't make much more. But it's only going to make one at a time. Slow process, but it's something that runs like at all times. And if we're going to extend this, I'll probably put some more factory enhancers down to help some of these guys out, since these guys are only making one hull at a time right now. But like I said, it's over time. Why is he not? Oh, he doesn't have access to gray hull. Wah, wah, wah. What do we want to do about that? Because this guy doesn't have access to it either, so he's just going to be collecting purple paint. First, let's deactivate this guy. Let's see. I could make like a small little storage swap in the middle here. Oh, no, no, no. That's what we can use this for. This door can be... How but it's supposed to extend? Screw it. We'll make it cool looking. Let's just go ahead and extend out here. I need a timer. I don't have a clue how long this is. And we won't even put a finishing door here because this will probably be a storage room. Let's make it go a little further back. But it'll also be like a pass-through. So let's go and get... Actually, I don't need to go anywhere. I have it on me. Hit 10. We get a storage block. We'll put that bad boy storage block like... I don't know. Let's put him in the wall. We'll make this double layer like we did everything else. See how all these are double layers, so if I have stuff in the wall, it's okay. So I'll put this bad boy like right here. And then let's undo that and select him. And then we'll have our storage crates all in a row. Like so. There. It's not a whole lot of storage, but it's not. It's quite a bit. Grab this guy. Hit V, 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 and V. And I'll have to set up what he pulls. So let's go into him, change filters, add category. let's pull hulls. Amounts. Let's pull maximum amount per tick. This will pull every type of hull. Boom. All of our hull in there. And then we can go to this guy. Click V. Go to this guy. Click V. And if we go activate again, we should see it make a purple hull. Boom. And to speed this process up a little bit, I will go ahead, because I have tons of gray hull, I will go ahead and put like 100,000 in there. There we go, that only fills it up 50% of the way, and they're going to use it, so it'll be okay. Perfect. So, it's not the perfect system. I might come up with a better way of doing it over time. But right now, we have this thing making... We still need to move this over 2 blocks. But we have this guy making gray standard, gray hull. This guy making dark gray. This guy making black. And this one making purple. And they're being put in here. So we have 9 black already and 10 purple. Perfect. I think that's going to do it for today. We got some armor started to be, or hulls starting to be made of different colors. Different assortments. It's going to be cool once we get all this thing lined up to where it's making all the different shapes and whatnot. Next episode, I think we're going to put storage back on this guy with the new cargo update somewhere. I think I have some room deep inside of here. Like right here. I have room for quite a bit of storage back here. So I will fill this whole thing full of cargo next episode and get rid of all but one of these guys, and then we will go do some hecka mining up and do some of that, and yeah, get ready to build our ship, because I think in February possibly we're going to be having our first skirmish. So get ready for that. And off camera here I will finalize this a little bit, maybe move some things around to give myself more room and more colors of hull and whatnot. Eventually I want all of them being going. So yeah, eventually. Maybe we'll have multiple layers. So this first floor will be like utility, and then maybe the next floor would be all the different colors of hull. Who knows? Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It was not really action-packed, but it was learning and getting our basics all set up, so that we can go on from here. Alright guys, this is digimazter saying goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye.